Hello, Can family. How are you doing? Today, as you know, is Saturday, and we normally analyze different altcoins based on the requests that you send to our direct message on our Telegram channel. Now, this week, we were able to analyze several coins based on your requests, and I'm going to talk about the technical points of each chart and dig deeper in order to give you a better insight and understanding on how every coin may move. As you can see, the charts are accessible through our Telegram channel, and you can just simply scroll between different analysis and get a better understanding on how each coin may move in the coming weeks. So without further ado, let's go and check each one of these coins on TradingView and get a better understanding how everything is going to move. In the end, we're going to finish our weekly analysis with a nice spot signal on Rune and tell you where it's better to buy and sell this coin. So let's get to it. So this week you got us really busy and we analyze about 12 coins in different time frames. So mostly our insights are on weekly time frames, and you can see that the first coin is MyX or MYX, and right now price is moving inside an ABC pattern. The main idea on this coin is to still lose its value because with the hype that was in 2021 completely gone, price has been still going through heavy correctional phase. Now in lower time frames, you can see that these ranging activities do not signal any signs of strength. And with this shadow here, we can say that this sharp move was actually the start of a bigger pattern. And with the wave A started, we can expect to sell this coin at higher levels to ride it to lower support levels. In any case, if you want to be investors on MyX, do not do it at higher levels. Let the price to pull back to lower levels and only then buy it. All right. So the next coin is Order USDT. On this coin, we got still a bearish outlook. So with the main trend line lost, we do not expect any major movements or any new all-time highs on this coin. So basically, price is going to make a retracement to higher levels and probably go down. But this coin is now very interesting for trading. Moving on to XRP, Ripple is a very famous coin and it has seen a lot of ups and downs through the history of its trading. Now you can see that price started a very nice bullish movement after the SEC case was settled in court, and this started a very nice bullish movement for Ripple. And price has been going through a reaccumulation phase since making this big move. And our focus right now is going to be around this level, trying to understand when and where to buy Ripple. Okay, let's see. So at the moment, you can see that price is making bearish movements. We are making a pullback in order to fill the wick we had in October 10th. Now, two scenarios are possible. The first one is that we already have seen the spring move on this reaccumulation phase, and the pullback that we are getting right now is the last point of support before Ripple makes a new move in order to make new all-time highs. And as you can see, price can go all the way to $4 and $7, making a similar movement that it made in the beginning of this phase. Now, if the spring move has not been already settled, after getting a support from this area, we may get a rejection, and that rejection will actually give us the spring move that we did not get from here. So Basic game plan for Ripple at this point is to wait for price to come and visit the 1.77 cent area, and from there, with the box acting as our support, we will try to ride the coin to higher levels, and depending on the momentum that we get, we will decide what to do next. Okay, let's move to the next coin. Now, the next coin is TRB. Right now, Tron is making very right now Tron is attempting to go for a breakout. You can see that already price has tried to break above this trend line a couple of times but has been rejected so far. Now the idea is to wait for a proper breakout and the establishment of a candle above this trend line. Only then we can expect a breakout for Tron to go and visit higher levels all the way to $50 and $60. But before that, you can see the price is getting rejected. As long as we haven't had a proper breakout, it's better to stay out of the buy positions unless you have lower time frame analysis that tells you when to enter. But our money is for a breakout to happen and only then to jump onto Tron. Now, moving on to the next coin, we got Aster on our hands. Now, this is one hell of a chart, and as you can see on the weekly time frame, because it's been just introduced on CoinEx, we don't have that much information before this. But even with the weekly time frame, we can see some nice candles forming up in lower time frames. So let's move on and see what's going on. Okay. First of all, you can see that after getting a big pump, we got the distribution phase driving price to lower levels. So this phase and the break below this trend line was the confirmation that the distribution phase has been carried out. And right now, with the ranging that you see around here, you can tell that price is making a new phase. Now, there are two possible scenarios for Aster at this. One of them is redistribution, and the other one is reaccumulation, because this ranging could lead to both possible scenarios. Well, the main idea for now is for Aster to be stuck in the redistribution phase. Now, because of that, if price comes to this zone, we expect a rejection to happen, okay? And with the rejection that happens around here, we can expect price coming down to lower levels. Now, either way, the redistribution or reaccumulation phase gives us a scenario for a rejection. Because of the price action that you see and the movement that we got here, for now, it's better to either sell Aster at the highlighted resistance zone or just simply wait for it to somehow reach a safer support area. Because without these levels, trading can be very risky. Price could go either way. But when it gets here, we can make a better trading decision. Now, moving on to TAC or TAC. Let's see what we got. I cannot give you much information on this coin because the price action is not very attractive. You can see that price has been ranging around here for quite a long time and hasn't been really able to make a strong recovery. For this reason, if price comes to higher levels, we'll just simply try to sell it to lower levels because it's not very interesting and there isn't much data to analyze. You see, when there isn't much price action and history on the candles, trading and technical analysis becomes really difficult and kind of stupid. Moving on to DYDX. Many of you have asked about this coin, and my understanding is that people bought it on higher levels and they're just looking for a miracle to drive price for a recovery. But as you can see, price has lost all of its value since the day it was introduced on Binance. Okay, and in the monthly time frame, this coin is not good for investment, and you can see that price action has been bearish all the time. I personally would not touch this coin and prefer not to do an analysis on it either. Moving on to Magic, which was a request coming from our Twitter channel, we can tell you that Magic is being played by market makers under the shadow of this trend line. And as long as we haven't broken above this, it's better to wait for lower price level. Now, if we consider Wyckoff theory, we can say that we probably had a spring move around here, and this pullback could be last point of support to re-challenge this trend line. Now, if the spring move has not already been activated on this chart, then we have to wait even for lower support levels. So if you are buyers of Magic, just try to make some buy purchases around these two support levels, not higher. Or wait for a breakout and then pull back and then ride this coin up. Of course, the potential for this coin to move up is very high. We got around 1,300% upward movement if both entries are fulfilled and price moves according to this analysis. So don't overlook it either. Moving on to STRK. Again, we got another coin trying to make an attempt to break above this descending trend line. However, as you can see, we got a rejection and we haven't been able to establish any candles above this trend line. So in lower time frames, we have to wait and let the price actually clear out above this trend line, and once we have a proper breakout, only buy above these levels to ride to higher levels. If you're not into breakout trading, then wait for better pullbacks. You don't have to buy this coin. Then we got pump. Many of you are interested in coins which do not have much history, and doing technical analysis on these coins really don't make much sense to us as analysts. So what we can tell you at this point is that with the sharp crash that we saw on pump, we can say that price is making an ABC move, and with this ranging happening here and probably a triangle pattern forming, wave B is about to finish and might have already finished, and wave C will drive price, or in better words, drag price to lower levels. So it's better to be a seller on pump rather than a buyer. We got two more coins, TON, which is the Telegram's native coin. And as you can see, it's lost its momentum since the political issue the founder got himself into. And with the distribution phase already carried out and price breaking below this trend line, you can see the price is not very interesting for buying. And with the redistribution phase already happening, TON is not very interesting for investment. We have to wait for lower levels of support to be activated to be buyers of TON. Right now, you can see a pullback is happening, and without price reaching these support levels, it's not wise to buy this coin. But if price actually reaches lower support levels, TON can have a great potential in the coming alt season. Let's see, from the first support, you can expect a 1000% profit if you just keep your money in your pockets and buy it at the right time. And last but not least, we got Rune, which is our final analysis for this week. And it's actually a buy signal for our VIP channel. And you can see the price is moving on a very big and complicated pattern. Our team, as usual, goes through the history of the coin in lower time frames and gets different patterns ready to eventually decide when to buy a coin. Now you can see that price is about to finish wave C, on this ABC pattern. And with wave C coming to an end, this can give us a nice opportunity to buy room. With price coming to two important support lines, one at 48 cents and another at 24 cents, you can say that buying Rune can deliver up to 1000% profit with three targets along the way to book our profit. Now, if price loses this support, we can say that this is not a good investment anymore and we will cut our losses with 60% of our money gone. But you should know by now that trading and buying cryptocurrency is always risky and you should always do your own research. You must calculate what you can afford to lose and only invest in what you can put aside as a saving that you do not need because cryptocurrency markets are very, very volatile. You can see how price is moving in different sides 60%, 100%. And investing in these coins without proper risk management is actually madness. And that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed our weekly analysis of the market and you could find some interesting points for guiding your trading decisions. Do not forget to like and subscribe to our page and visit our Telegram channel and leave a comment so we can do an analysis based on the coin that you request next week. And that's all we have, and I hope you enjoyed our analysis. Stay safe and goodbye.